But I was maybe thinking that we should do another one at the end of June, like in 2 weeks or so, just before the deadline. But I don't know, it's just an idea that maybe we do another meeting later, because I did have someone that was also going to 3D Sound. They really wanted to be on this, but they can't because they're busy getting ready for the other exhibition this week.
And we are at 3 days of design this week, and we will also talk to people about coming. We have 38 brands exhibiting at our stand in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Where is the stand, Bettina? If you let me know after, I've got my editor of Icon going over there.
Yeah.
She's on the press trip, so I'll tell her to pop into you.
Yeah, we are at the Design Museum. You have the Design Museum, and then to the left, there's what they call the Villa and the Design Workshop. That's where we are.
Cool.
So please send them our address and tell them to come. Yes. So we just give it another couple of minutes. Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Hello.
Hej.
Alt vel?
Alt vel, ja. Hvad med dig?
Det kunne være meget værre.
Vi skal snakke om, at alle brands har lidt travlt. De kom hjem fra Milano i går, og så er der 3 days of design her.
Ja.
Men vi havde ja. Svend, hvor mange havde vi signed up?
Ja, vi har egentlig 8 people signed up.
So we give it another 2 minutes. Otherwise, we'll just do like an information seminar, and then we will distribute the recorded version, right?
Yeah, press the record button.
Good. So don't say anything stupid now, right?
You might have warned us before.
Sorry, Kim.
Oh yeah. But it might actually be a good idea to say before it starts that it's being recorded, just for
But it should come up on your screen. Normally, it comes up on your screen.
It
Yes,
does.
it does. It does. It does.
It actually says on my screen right now, you started recording. Please make sure that all the participants know that they're being recorded. That's what it's saying on my screen right now, actually.
So why don't we get started anyway? And then we record, and then people will jump in. From Lifestyle Design Cluster side, we welcome you to this new opportunity to participate during Design London. Last year we had a blast, even it was during Corona, and we had a really nice stand. And when we came into the exhibition hall, there was a big Danish flag wrapped on a exhibition stand, and that was us. And I think we got a lot of attention, even that was during Corona. And I know many of the companies have already said they want to participate again this year. And we already have 2 larger companies who've taken a big stand. So we might have to expand this space, but Marlon, you get on later during the meeting. But the structure of the meeting is that Marlon will get on after this short introduction, and then Svea and Karina will come on for all the practical matters and any questions there might be. So firstly, welcome, and we will record this session. So just now you have been told, so sorry, Kim, you were not told right away, but
Don't worry.
It's recorded because we know a lot of brands are quite busy coming back from Milan yesterday, and we have 3 days of design this week, so we thought we will record it and put it on the web page with all the other details of Design London. But anyway, we are very happy to have you here, Marlon, straight from London, telling us about the great plans you have this year. Hopefully, a little bit more possibilities now. We don't have to wear the masks and have lots of tests to get into the UK. Welcome, and could you give us share a little bit light on this year exhibition?
Absolutely, and thank you. So Design London, you know, was very grateful to have yourself supporting and involved last year. The main difference, as you kind of rightly said, Bettina, is that now that we're out of the pandemic, we have more than tripled in size of the exhibition, right? So apart from the interior part of the building, we're also building a marquee that is connected, that is over 9,000 square meters. Interest in the event has meant that we have attracted some of the biggest global design brands, from Natuzzi to Artemidi to Hay are doing an installation outside. We have backing from Adidas that are doing a creative installation about waste and sustainability around the back of the exhibition. And our headline partner is Jaguar Land Rover and Stella McCartney. So this event will attract around 24,000 from the architect and design community. We are the leading design event in London during a time where design is celebrated all across London. During the London Design Festival, we are the biggest partner of the festival and attract the most footfall during that as well. But for me to give you a bit of an idea, I'm going to play a short video for you. The sound may not work on the video in regards, but I can send a link over to Karina, Svea and Bettina to them to share the link thereafter. Hopefully you can all see my screen. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of a flavour of the event that we curate and put together. For us, we have also just got back from Milan. So in Milan, we've been in conversation with a lot of leading brands who we are also looking to complete the set with of the exhibition. At the moment, we are 80% full, and we're looking over the next month and a half to be 100% full on the exhibition. The one other thing to kind of let you know, in regards to why you guys should be involved in Design London, we are one of the only events that, apart from hosting a very large exhibition, we also are the biggest independent publishers in the UK of design magazines. So we have Icon magazine and we also have On Office magazine. I've also run another event called Clerkenwell Design Week. The reason I mention all of these is we have a database of Design London, we have a database of Clerkenwell Design Week, I have the database of Icon and the database of On Office. In total, that is over 300,000 design professionals, and all of that database is used so that we can push people to come to this event. I'm just going to share screen once again to go into a little bit of that detail for you. So just to skip across for you. The audience, this was from last year, where we attracted 12,478 during the pandemic. So we didn't have hardly any international visitors, which will change this year. As you can see, our audience is predominantly architects and designers, making up 70% of that audience. And the most important thing for me is that the top product interest for buyers purchasing from the show is furniture. Going through the actual visitors that we get, here's a list of some of the visitors that came last year. architects, interior designers, retailers, hospitality sector. We get them all in that regards. Even so, where last year we had a client that won a whole contract with Euro Disney for a new hotel in regards to supplying all of the furniture. So for us, it's about the quality of buyer that attends. And we know through extensive research that Danish design is something that's very much at the top of their list in regards to seeing. So any questions, please let me know. And I'm always happy to jump on an email or jump on a call with anyone individually to discuss any questions you may have about Design London. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marlon. That was just one of my questions I had. Is how many international brands have you signed? Because we felt we were a little bit the only international stand there, of course, because of pandemic. But have you any other country stands or?
I have several pavilions. So we have
Yeah.
yourselves as the Danish. I now have the Swedish pavilion. I now have the ITA, which is Italy. I now have Thailand. I have Portugal, and I have Korea. So quite a large growth, as you can probably imagine. And that is really because of the appetite, especially me coming back from Milan, as I'm sure you'll have success at 3 days of design. The appetite seems to really be back after so many people being forced to work only online.
Yes, thank you very much. And maybe Svea and Karina, now you can add some practical matters about the Danish stand.
Yes, why don't I share my screen? And because let me just here we go. And I will just put this on.
I see we have the wrong dates on there.
All right.
It was the 22nd to the 25th, right, Marlon?
No.
No, it was not. That was last year. Yeah.
24th.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say because I just remember the last part of your. Okay.
Yeah, no, my one is from last year. The video.
Yeah, exactly. I thought so. Yeah. Good.
All right. So if we could talk about the, you talk about the exhibition and the, I thought we could talk about the actual stand, Karina. We've looked at it and we have recalculated everything and we have come up with the packages.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a bit higher than it was last year due to the different size of funding that we've received so far. But we hope to get it down even further, which we also included a little note on. Yeah. So again, it will be more or less the same concept as last year, right? Where it's a curated area, but where each exhibitor get their own little area to kind of show off what they would like to show off. So these packages that we've lined here is just, guidelines. You could go larger if you want that, but these are just the kind of the guidelines or the experience we had from last year that these work. So it also all depends on how many signed up and how big areas they would like, as it is a curated area. It has to kind of fit in with the other exhibitors there and how it can be done. So the frames for the stand will be curated by Design and Lifestyle Cluster, where they have a designer that will dig into that, and the whole focus will be circular economy again. So it will be companies that have started on their circular economy journey. And I think we'll use the same template or the same model as was used last year, right? The wheel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wheel.
Yeah. That was an amazing tool. And it was, easy for the visitors to also kind of understand and grasp. And it was very obvious that that was one of the main reasons, except for the very nice design, but also a main reason that a lot of visitors and buyers and architects came by and stopped and wanting to know more and maybe even placed orders, was because of that. It's very, very important for them now. You can see that they have been instructed by their management to focus on this when going out to source new products. So I don't know what else to say about that. There'll be a whole application process. It's already started online, where it's in this material as well, where there's a link where you can go in and you can upload your application form to be part of this, and then Design Lifestyle Cluster will kind of choose the best of the applications that's been uploaded, and on the basis of that, that's how the mix of companies will pan out at the show. Yeah.
I think those are basically the practical thing. I think it's important to let you know what's, like it says here, that it's including the registration fee and the insurance and the exposure and transport of the furniture to London and back again. We'll sort of find out where do we collect all the furniture and drive them to London, and then we'll drive them back afterwards as well. That's also included. But what's not included are the flights and the accommodation and the meals for yourselves. Right now, these are based on like Karina said, the fundings, but we're still waiting for one application we have to apply for. Maybe we'll get a bit more funding, so the prices could be lower, but we've sort of made it with the fundings we have at the moment, like she said earlier as well. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even with the transport, it is just a major benefit if you don't have an office here, where you have a warehouse or the likes of that. If you have to ship it over from Denmark, it's very time consuming and difficult to find out how you do that now. So it's actually a major help having some help with that, and just knowing you have to drop it off somewhere in Denmark, and then the rest is taken care of.
Yeah, and we now have the experience from last year, how to get the furniture into London and how to get it back out again. So we feel very confident that the process will be fine. But it takes a lot of time. So for the companies, I think that's a good issue, not to worry about the transport of the furniture.
I thought maybe we should also talk about what they get besides, of course, the stand, the possibility to have their own space. Because I have got a couple of phone calls for people who said, is it like a curated interior exhibition? And it is curated, but each one has their own space. It's really important to say that you can make your own kind of branding, your own kind of image. But of course, there's overall poster and the circular wheel where we explain what kind of sustainability you work with. But also we will have talks, and we have tours. We have talks on circular economy involving the exhibitors from the Danish stand. And also we will have speaker circles, as we call them, where there will be groups of people coming by, and we would tell them, well, in 10 minutes we do a tour around the exhibitors, and you and the exhibitors will kind of have 2 minutes to pitch their sustainable story to the participants. And that was really, really successful last time, and we had between 10 and 20 people coming on this tour around the stand. And also maybe, Karina, you would touch a little bit about the press and the help that the embassy will assist with from the UK.
Yeah. So on top of the amazing job that the Design London is doing, being part of the biggest independent media on the market, we also do some here. So we have a press and culture department here at the Danish Embassy in London, and they will do, with the help from Design Lifestyle Cluster, we'll do like a one-page on every one of the designers, and there'll be every day of the show, there'll be depending on how many companies we end up with, there'll be maybe say 3 or 4 a day. There'll be like a push on them, what they're doing and what's in this one pager. It won't be the whole one pager going up there, but there will be, points from it, and there'll be pictures, imagery. So we'll do that, and we'll also, reach out to media ourselves, just to kind of get it in there from every direction that we can identify. So we'll do that, and there'll also be a reception. I think it'll be on the night that's the what you call the party night at the show as well. So is that the first night, Marlin?
Yes,
yeah,
that's correct.
But it's not, I've been to a few of these at other trade shows. It's not, completely mad, and it doesn't go on forever and ever where you feel you have to sit there and guard your area, because even though it is a curated stand, it's still expected that you are there, presenting your brand. So it's very controlled, and it was actually last year. It was perhaps a time frame where none of us really had expected any serious talks to go on. Not any important business cards being handed out, but it was. It was actually a very good period. Might be the Kampai, but at least it's it proved not to be just fun, but also work related. So we'll do that, where we will have the ambassador coming out, just to kind of get a feel for everyone. We have a new one coming this summer, so he will be more, very interested in meeting everyone there. So yeah, so we'll do that press, and we'll do our own as well, on top of what Design London is already doing.
And if I can just say, Karina, so in regards to what Design London is doing, so we market Lifestyle Design Cluster and the collection of Danish brands as one, and it's something that we call a feature, so a standout reason for visiting the event. However, we also individually give you profiles for each company as well, so you're promoted as a collective, but you're also promoted individually. What this means is, if someone wants to book a meeting with you at the event, they can click on your profile and they can book a meeting, right? You will have access to the back end of the website for your profile. So anyone that books a meeting, that will capture data for you, which is GDPR compliant, allowing you to market and to sell to them post-event. So we integrate this technology, allowing the thought process that we want to be capturing you, serious business leads, prior to the event, during and post.
Yeah, and maybe just a few words on the talks that'll be taking place. Will it be Cameron PR kind of facilitating them again?
Yes, so we have the talks curator herself is called Katie Richardson, and yeah, we already have, like I said, Stella McCartney, Marco Ogian, Lee Broom already speaking at the event. We'll have a talk with yourselves around the theme of circularity, obviously, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
And that will be on the main stage that we put together. So yeah, they're always very well attended in that regards, and also in regards to living in the age of content and media needed afterwards. We will also provide this video of this talks to yourselves for use how you wish, and then I will post show, use it on my other digital channels to get promotion going forward as well.
Yeah. And the talks that we're part of are, it's not just us coming up with something. It's actually done in connection, with help from Katie, that will, want to put it into a perspective that kind of, that she'll know will capture the audience. So it's often very well thought through as well. So yeah. And yeah, just regarding the days, it's you spend 1 day setting up. And then it's, the show will take place over 3 days. And then that same night when the show closes, it will be takedown. I will be present every one of the days, and I'll have a colleague there as well. Svea will be there and Bettina will be there. So, we're there and around also to facilitate all these extra, what you call speaker circles. I think it was you called it, Bettina, to kind of facilitate that. So it's not you guys being there on your own, having to be responsible for everything. We are there to kind of make it a smooth ride and see, also walking around talking with people and bringing focus back to our area. Yeah.
Yes. Is there any questions from anyone? No? Well, we must have covered everything then.
Yeah.
That's great.
But also if when we upload it, just maybe put our details underneath. So if they have any questions, send us an email or give us a phone call.
Yes. We will also send it to the one who actually registered today and didn't make it. We will send it out to them so they have it and can play it.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Would it be okay with you guys that I send them the link to the recording as well? The people that didn't show up today, that I show them the recording. Is that okay with Rasmus and Kim as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
great.
Amazing.
All right.
Well, thank you very
Perfect.
much. It was
Thank you.
very short and sweet, and look forward to see you in London. And as I said, there's already quite a good interest. And of course, during 3 days of design, I know a lot will stop by, and we will have a chat about London as well. So, and we look forward to see Icon in Copenhagen, Martin. So, well, have a nice day, and
Amazing.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.